Hello, geeks and gamers. Matt Lemke here with Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. And today we have another box breaking for you, Zpocalypse, which is a post-apocalypse zombie 2 to 4 player game. I have never, well, to take that back, I have seen the prototype version of this because I saw it at a convention, but I've never seen the finished product. So, unlike most of our box breakings, I have a little bit of inside information on this one. So we're going to bust it open and we're going to take a look. A little bit about the game real quick. It is, as mentioned, it's a 2 to 4 post-apocalyptic game. And we'll start with the tiles and the trackers and stuff like that. You have the bunker, which is basically where you start the game from. Well, there's actually 2 bunkers, and there's, I can't remember, I think there's 24 tiles, which these are, yeah, there's 24, I believe, tiles, and they're all 2-sided. So I'll zoom in on a set real quick. I'm not going to go through and show you all of them right from the get-go, but there is one tile, and they're 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4, and then there's another type of tile. And one of the things you can do is you can integrate, you know, they're all interchangeable, so you can flip them over and create all kinds of different combinations. We're going to zoom back out a little bit, and we're going to flip through the tiles real quick. To give you an idea of what's in this box set. Crash police car. Lots of dead bodies, some blood, some gore, and then on the back you get another set all the way through. One of the things that they emphasize with this game is that it's a tactical zombie miniature, or tactical zombie game. It also has an RPG flavor, which we'll get into here in a little bit. I'm going to set these aside now, and we're going to take a real quick flip through the rulebook. It is quite a large rulebook for a board game. Well, not super large. It's 21 pages. But a good bit of that is they have different phases. You know, they go through the different phases, and they really get detailed on how the game is played. For example, the very first 2 pages is the components breakdown. It goes through everything that is included in the box. And then they go through the tiles, special tiles, hotel lobby, supermarket, restaurant, and park. And then they move into squad boards, which another thing that makes this game a little bit unique from other zombie games is you actually control a squad. Each player gets to control a squad. And if you get the expansion, it's Zombie Master, somebody gets to control the zombies. And basically what your job is to do is to survive as long as you can survive in this game. But you can see, like, phase 1, scavenge, you have a chance of finding things to survive. Each character in the game has different skill sets. Protection piece of paper. The board for the different phases. Hit points. Your melee skill. Your firearms skill. Smarts. And movement. All these things can come into play and affect what happens in the game. And you get 4 of these boards. 1 for each player. And they're really well made when you think about it. They're cardboard. They got the little pop rivets for spinning. And they each have a separator, and they go in flipped on top of each other just like that. So when you're done, you should be facing up. You get the Zpocalypse dice, which are in themselves pretty cool and nifty. Real quick, we'll go through a set of the dice. You have the Z, You have a 2, a 1, a 1, 2, the Z. Where's the 3? 3. And these are all bullet hole type things. And then you have one that's a click, and it has all the other numbers on the die. Let's see, wait, click. I think the click is 1. On the Zpocalypse die, the Z is the 6. And I think those are the only 2 variations. Yep, you got the red and the blue. And they appear to be pretty good dice. It's not a bad roll. It's not a great roll, but it's not a bad roll. Then we'll move into the different scenario cards. Try not to destroy them too much. Zoom in a little bit more if I can. Adrenaline. The challenge, you know, it has a goal, reward, has a goal, the reward for the goal, it has challenge and the challenge reward. All these come into play. It's been a long time since I've played the game, so hopefully we'll get some actual gameplay up. And well, it's April and May. Last couple months of school are going to be a little bit rough for my children, so we'll see how fast we can get to that. Hopefully before Origins. Bitten, black belt, bullets. Let's read black belt real quick. Remember your karate class at the local gym. You were pretty good, right? Start calling your bunker the dojo. You are determined never to be without a weapon. Your goal, use only fists during combat. Untrained, kill on Zs. Melee, 5 and 10. Kill on 5 or 6, 5 or the Z, which is a 6. And if you have the melee skill of 10, kill on 4, 5, or 6. Goal reward is, thank you, Sensei. Gain 4. The challenge is, practice makes deadly. Kill 6 zombies without using any weapon but your bare hands. And as a challenge reward, grasshopper! You have learned well. You gain the way of the fist. From now on, when not using weapons, your squad rolls 6s, 2 6s instead of a 6 for unarmed combat. Well, I'm guessing that means 2 dice. That's 8 if you have 4 survivors. That's pretty good. Bullets, creepy, and these go on and on and on. Different. Oh, the different scenarios. These are kind of important. Here's the main scenario. Tells you how to set up the game and what the objective is. Day 0 is a quick play scenario. I haven't played this one. I've heard a lot of craziness about it, like you don't survive very long. Families First, I haven't heard anything about that yet. Glowing Ones, that sounds like it's fun, since, you know, it's radioactive. New Haven, and oh look, this one's blank for you to make your own scenario. And they have all these different types of tokens. Try not to cut myself here. Nuclear and biohazard symbols on them. And then you get to move into the cards. And there should be like character cards in here too, I think. Alright. Take about half of these, or a third, because these cards are a little bit different. Tells you right up here in the corner what they're for, and it probably costs. Like I said, it's been 6 or 7 months since I played the prototype. Dagger, grenade, gumball machine, hatchet. I bet there's some good stories about some of these. What an idea. Nightstick. Accessories, you get riot gear, you can find. These are all things that you can find. Biosuits. Lucky shades. I like that. And then you move into... Oh wait, I should have done this. See, these are all armory cards. You move into... food. And there's quite a few of these. And on the back, it's just... you have to find food. These are all basically the same. And then there's radioactive food, which I'm not entirely sure what the difference is anymore. Again, that'll come out when we do our actual gameplay. Just what I need. And then you can move into the backpack, which is obviously all kinds of interesting things. Scrap, ammunition, first aid. And then these are scavenge cards. And this is public library, the diner. Public library, you like to read, so you stop by the local library. Not the first thing I would do during a zombie apocalypse, but hey, each to their own. When you get there, you find someone in a corner with stacks of tears running down a grime and grief-covered face, muttering, "All these books, and I broke my glasses. All I wanted to do was read." You convince the person to come back with you, only after promising a read aloud before you go. If you succeed, check your squad gains 1 skill point in either firearms or melee. I might have said that wrong because I don't necessarily know all the symbols, but that's a pistol and that's a melee weapon. So, and it's you rescue a survivor. Fail. The cost is 1 food. Success is 1 food. You also lose, I'm not sure, an armory card. And I'm not sure what that symbol is anymore. But there's strip club, there's downtown, there's cemetery, hospital, police station, and they all have different things to make your game flow. And some of them you might notice, like this one's a skill card. This one's an event. And these, again, they all have different meanings within the game, and this one's Night Owl. And then we move into another set of cards, which is Something Happens. The Moans. We'll read this one, because the moans, that sounds like something zombies would do. The sun has just gone down. You can hear the moans of the dead getting louder as they approach. It doesn't sound good. Are you ready for the onslaught? Some of the squads think about hiding in the bunker, but others contest that won't work. You must stand your ground and hold down the fort. Being a nervous eater, you scarf down rations for your next day while eating. I like it. So they make things happen that make the game even more challenging than it is. That's great. And then you kind of move into the survivor cards. These are survivors. And basically they all break down. Like this is Aussie Aren't. Aussie Aren't has these stats down here. And then, for example, you can compare that to Abigail Sharp, who has slightly different stats. She's a little bit more intelligent. And you have this survivor, Agent Ricky, who was a CIA operative, but he has less life than the paramedic. Interesting. And this is one of those things that helps give more flavor to the game as an RPG. And you know, they're rated in the upper corners. Like this guy, for example, is Colonel Glover. He has 8 life, 2 brain power, moves 5. At first I thought that was a quiver. It's a foot. And then it's got some skills up here. And there's some other things that come into play, like a couple of these guys like have things like cooking. But here's Drifter. add 3 dice to your attack. Use this once per day. Pretty interesting. You know, and then you get to pick how these things can come into play by working your crew off of your card. So, for those of you that haven't seen their Kickstarter and haven't seen the game anywhere, this is a pretty good look at what is inside the box of... Oh, I didn't cover this. What's in the box of Zombie Apocalypse. Minus, of course, the figures that I haven't shown you yet. And this is the victory tracker. Basically, it's kind of like a city block. You need to get all the way to 60 to win. There's one more. Well, there's quite a few more, actually, because they're all in different bags. Are these glow in the dark, I wonder? Those appear not to be glow in the dark. You have these colored counters, or we'll call them tokens, that represent the 4 players. And they appear to be wood, not plastic. And these, I'm pretty sure, are for the life tracker. Or the victory point tracker, I'm sorry. Not entirely sure, because it's been a long time since I've played. And then we'll move into the gray here, which I believe these are the different survivor type peoples. And we're going to zoom in and we're going to take a look at these closer. This guy with shotgun and a bandolier of ammunition. We have somebody with the gumball machine, some chick picking up the gumball machine. Chainsaw Carolyn. We have Bridget the Beat Cop. Some guy with a bent sword. Actually, a scimitar. For those of you that aren't familiar with this, all you gotta do is take a hairdryer, and you'll be able to straighten that out if you care. We have a dog. It actually looks like a canine unit. We have she has a knife, and I'm not really sure what that is. This gentleman's got I don't know what that is. Kind of looks like a broomstick, but it's got a digital display type of thing on it. So maybe he's some kind of engineer. And then we have a mercenary. He'll call him a mercenary. I'm sure that those match up with a lot of the survivor cards, but I had fun naming them all. And then we move into the green figures and some more gray figures. But these are all pretty much zombies. The sculpts are pretty much the same. If you're into minis for the detail, it looks like the gray ones are going to have better contrast for you. And these are all those are the same sculpt. Now we're going to move into the next one. This is the last bag of minis. And it's got the dual stand counters for putting, you can put zombies on there, like that and like that, or I suppose you could do it with survivors too. This is the male zombie sculpt. As you can see, they're decent sculpts, definitely more than I would expect from a board game. So that's pretty much the whole look at the of what's inside the box of Zombie Apocalypse. It's a good bit of stuff. A ton of figures. All the cards that you need to play the game. pile of figures. And the dice. You can always learn more about Zombie Apocalypse at GreenBrier Games. The link will be on the bottom of our post here for the video. If you're watching this on our website and you've enjoyed what you've watched and want to keep abreast of what we do, our social media links are on the right hand side of your screen. Thank you for watching. This has been a box breaking with Matt Lemke from Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. Thank you and have a good day.